Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome back to Fan Fiction, our daily play-by-post role-playing bonanza that we do here on the channel. If you'd like to join in, head on over to the community Discord, which is discord.gg/Henley on your browser. That'll take you there, and then you'll be able to join in the fan fiction subcategory and make a character and join us for the sweet, sweet mystery that is whatever it is that this is, because no one's found out yet. The sun isn't blaring in my face today. Thank you, sun. Appreciate that. So without further ado, let's a-goo-goo. So yeah, how many actions do we have today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, Rigger's playing again. Alright. Cool. 6. Roger that, big mama. Let me pull up my GM notes and give everyone the appropriate amount of experience points required. So, the Blind Watchman, aka Tyler Blackmar. You, good sir, can have an entire 2 experience points for playing. So that puts you to 14. Lavender T, aka Olga Yaspoluve. But real quickly, I'm gonna put on some background music. There we go. Give me that sweet, delicious. I need to get some more music because I've been hearing the same fucking shit every morning for the past couple of days. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to head up Epidemic Sound again and grab me some freebies. God damn it, Steam. God damn it, Steam. God damn it, Steam. Alright, Olga, there we go. Olga gets 2 more experience points. That puts her at 16. Big Food, aka John Stern, aka Mag Pop Squats. Puts you to 5 experience points. Doc Sirius, aka Zachary Blackhole. That puts you at 11 experience points. Heavy Metal Madman, aka Samuel Davis. That will put you 26. Dude, are you going for like a new level up or something like that? You must be. You must be. And last but not least, we have Mr. Rigger, aka Ronald Cullen, aka Victor Von Varys. For the first time in like 7 billion years, he's back. That will put you, good sir, at 18 experience points total. So the boost dice available for today's game is Zip, Zilch, Zada, Nothing. Awesome. Alright, let's roll some initiative and get this beach party started. Start off with Tyler Blackmar with 1 yellow, 1 green. Okay, welcome to the bottom again, Tyler Blackmar. Alright, Olga, let's see what your ability states, which was 2 yellow, 1 green. Yeah, that's the top as it is right now. John Stern, 3 green. Alright, John Stern is now on the top. Zachary Blackhole, 2 yellow. Alright, that puts you in 3rd place, Zachary Blackhole. Samuel Davis, 1 yellow, 2 green. Alright, that I think puts you at the top. Interesting. And last but not least, we have Ronald Cullen, aka Victor Von Varys. 1 yellow, 1 green. That puts you under Zachary Blackhall, which, yeah. So the turn order is Samuel Davis, John Stern, Olga Yospolva, Zachary Blackhall, Ronald Collin, and last but not least, Tyler Blackmar. Unbelievable. You're saving up to go Super Saiyan? Ah, well, you need 7 emerald gems, Chaos Emeralds. The joke works itself out eventually to do that, actually. So you have to fight Eggman first. All right, so start off with Mr. Samuel Davis, aka Heavy Metal Madman. Okay. All right. Well, I made an act. I've gotten so used to not having an act to read out that you know, I forgot to read anything out. But here's the act. So Act 13. I can't see shit, John. This fucking cloud and this fucking night, moaned the man on a makeshift guard tower, dressed in high reflective gear. He peered over his watch direction with boredom. His radio on his shoulder squawked back. Oh, quit moaning, Sammy. No one likes guard duty, but no one has any idea of what is out in the darkness. You should be thankful they found a use for us, for your layabout ass. The reply chuckled. John was right. No one knew anything right now. The feds were here in town for a recent murder. The feds that were here for a recent murder took over command and started to boss people around. But honestly, it seemed like they were only doing it to keep people busy, idle hands and all that. It was at this point that a convoy of cars can be seen approaching his tower. John, I have company over here. Send some help. Welcome to Bayland, motherfuckers. The last holdout of humanity in this region. You're stopped by a guard at gunpoint. How will you proceed? The total time frame is 3 hours. All right. I can beat that bold bitch, black and blue. Oh, you're talking about Eggman. Right? I was like, who are you talking about? Eggman. Sorry, my wife is sending me pictures of her dream home. You know, that's a problem. God, the autocorrect on this phone is just... I'm writing nerd, and it's like, no, clearly you meant to say need. It's like, fuck you, no. I'm sorry. That's incorrect. Alright, so that fucking imposter, he'll do that fake Sammy as well. Well, I mean, look, man, Sam and John, world's most generic fucking names in the world. If you don't know me yet, hi, my name's Dave, I'm a GM, I use generic names. I can't help it if my players didn't go for, like, you know, the fucking ocelot names, or fucking, yeah, my name is, what's fucking Zippy's fucking triggering name? Who cares? Charlotte, you know, like, goddamn. Anyway, so Sammy traveled down the loathsome road. He marched through the darkness into the unknown. Whatever could be found on the end of his journey had to pay off. Sammy needed it to. After witnessing what the worst of what Wendigo had become, surely somewhere in Rockwell County could be better. Sammy tried to recall the last time he went down State Highway 119. 119. Is that how you say it? 119? Alright, thank you for the clarification there. He was on one of Callie's world's famous road trips. The two would venture out quite often. She had an uncanny ability to sense when Sammy needed to get out of the city for a while. Every now and then, Adam or Emma would come along. You're just like using up all of my generic names right now. Thanks, man. But he liked it best when it was just the two of them. It felt that Callie could connect with Sammy like no one else could. Unfortunately, this journey couldn't be so pleasant. Though as the road snaked along, Sammy often found himself heading down embankments to avoid a car. He got real lucky the other day in an alleyway. He wasn't going to take unnecessary risks. Eventually, Sammy came to a road sign. The Willow 25 miles, Bayland 40 miles. The first name rang a bell. Hey, I've been to the Willow before. They had such great land crab. Land crab. Okay. He adjusted the duffel bag on his back. I doubt they'll be open, but... Balin. Sammy wiped the sweat from his brow. They might be open for business. Sammy traveled on down the road with a new goal in mind. I shall continue towards Balin. What's the worst that could happen? I'm going to use you as a plot, my man. If you don't mind. Just squawk up if you don't want me to use you as plot. Because I'll use you as plot. I actually had this plan for you all along because you've been the straggler of the group in order to get together. So I want to give you this opportunity to be a part of the story if you'd like. But you tell me. You let that you tell me if you want that to happen, and I'll send you a message. Do it, my dude. All right. So yeah. Okay. I'll send you a message. I don't want to say it out loud because I want you to incorporate it into your next story. But yeah, needless to say, you continue to walk for what seems like eternity. Next story. I wonder what he'll do. I wonder what he'll do. Alright, so Samuel Davis, you take no strain, my man, because you didn't do anything aside from elaborate, which is worth experience points in my book. And my little puppy just rolled up, and now he's licking my shoes because he likes to lick things. So yeah, good job, John Stern. Let's talk about you, booty hole. Big food, big food, big food. There you are. The scene opens on two men holding a cot. But we take a closer look at the cot and see that John is sleeping and tied to the cot with his with a bag on his right arm, with his bag right on him. Then we close into the head of John Stone as we see a young child with brown. Okay, you're doing like a zoom in dream sequence thing. Okay, cool. I'm always confused when people do this shit. It's like, and then we zoom in on John and we see a brown-haired child inside of his forehead. I'm like, what? We see a young child with brown hair in the yard throwing rocks at a cow skull. This is something he got from his grandparents. He got, what, the rocks or the cow skull? The young boy misses a few shots and gets most of them. As he's about to throw the last rock, we hear a man from inside the house say, with a gruff voice, say, "John, get in here. Me and your ma are gonna have something to say to you." So we go back to John as a child, who says to his father, "Yeah, Dad, I'll be there in a minute." And then John looks at the cow skull, which is staring back at him with a dead, hollow look. I mean, it's not like it's alive or nothing, so, you know, that makes a lot of sense. John turns around and goes to his dad's home. But as soon as he stops looking at the skull, it shakes and rattles with a dark smoke surrounding the skull, which covers it from sight. John turns to face the skull, and the scene changes with a snap of a finger. As you see a dead tiger head, okay, with his mouth open, wide where the skull once was, and a yard, which was nice and green, is now littered with trash, but is also burned and smeared with blood. Where the child was standing is now a fully grown John, who is looking right at the tiger head with a blank look on his face. The head starts talking, and The head starts talking and says to John. It says days there, but you know. You remember this day, don't you, John? John nods his head no. You'll remember soon enough. As the head starts to throw rocks at John's head through the gaping tiger's mouth. We go back to John's decapitated head on a what the fuck? What kind of fucking trippy drug dream are you on right now? We go back to John's decapitated head on a stump as rocks bash his head with a thump sound. And then we switch back to the truck bed where John's head is banging on the bed floor with a bumpy ride from the same thump sound. This is okay. This is a dream sequence where I choose to sleep for the rest of the car ride until we reach Wendigo. Oh fuck, you're going back to Wendigo, okay. I assume then the Rangers decided that they would take you to the hospital. Yeah? That's you're not breaking out, you're just sleeping. Alright, we can deal with that. Okay, so with sleep secured, I will take away your strain. I'll also take away 2 of your wounds, so you're now 4 of 15. It'd be super fucked up if that was a living cow skull. I mean, amen to that. Video games. Okay, we'll give you 1 strain for the... no, you're sleeping. It's fine. We'll take all that strain away. Cool. Oh god, just bottle baby. Okay, lavender tea. If Tyler failed his check, Olga will use charm. Okay, so we want lavender to go after Blind Watchman. Roger that. Thank you for clarifying, people. Thank you for clarifying. So Zachary Blackhall. Let's take a look at you, Dr. Cirrus. Before we get into the Before getting into the biz, Zach worked 3 weeks as security at a cold storage plant. It was a paycheck, little else, but on occasion he got to keep what was in damaged boxes. There's nothing quite like taking home an arseload of coffee creamer or an entire stack of pork steaks. All he had was a shitty shack and a stack of nudie mags. Nutty mags? Is that the same as nudie mags? Because that's nutty. Stashed in the very back of the desk. Good times. Cruising in, Zach slowed his car as he approached Balin's first checkpoint. A billboard had been modified with several jury-rigged... Okay, interesting. So what's the timing on this? I'll tell you what, we'll put Cirrus after the first people to get there. Because you're by yourself. So we'll put you after. And then where does Victor Von Varus go? Okay. Alright, so we'll put... Okay. Order of whoever gets to the gate. So Tyler and Olga will go first. Followed by Victor, because he's in the same convoy. Nutty Mags contain sexy cashews. It was spelled with N-U-D-D-Y, like nutty. Not nutty, but, you know, I could accept either one. So it'll go Tyler, Olga, Victor, Zachary. Yeah? Because that's the order in which I remember people arriving. So, Tyler. As the scene starts, some random but really tense music starts to play. Good, a checkpoint. At least they ain't stupid. Tyler thinks up as he pulls. Who are you and what business do you have here in Balin? Said the guard.
Detective Tyler Blackberry at your service.
Tyler says, pulling out his badge.
Me and some acquaintances heard you were offering shelter, and I'd like to take you up on that offer, if it still stands.
I'd like to get into Balin. I will use charm if I have to. What are you wearing? You were wearing just casual stuff, right? But you have your shield. And your car isn't an official police vehicle. Alright, but you have your shield. Okay. So we're gonna make this, we'll make this pretty easy. This is a 2 purple. I'll give you a blue because you have your shield. And you'd like to use, what was it, charm? Yes, charm. Okay. Charm. 2 green. Okay. Man, my hair is just fucking crazy today. You didn't succeed. But you did make a global boost die. So I will make a note of that. 1 global boost die available. Alright. So the guard sort of looks at you and he's like, squints his eyes, and now I do believe if Tyler failed his check, I'll use charm to do the roll again. She will say, he squints his eyes while he's looking at your badge, and he's like, and Olga sort of leans over the center console and says, "Oh, is anyone in this town making anything? I was, what? Making anything? I was shot in my skull. I was shot in my shoulder. What? Is anyone in the town making anything? I was shot in my shoulder because some looters thought it would be fun. Did I deserve it? I was coming to see my godfather in this godforsaken town." And he points, to Tyler. He's not my godfather, obviously. He's not here. He's the only family I have left. So say so. Does a 6-year-old man still survive alone? What? And how will I? So say so. Does 60-year-olds man will survive alone? And how will I? Do you have hearts, or are you scared of the dark sky that you lost them? Look into my eyes and say that they deserve it. He just... I'm sitting here just being like... Alright, well, I mean... I'll let you make that same roll again using charm, I guess. So Tyler Blackmar will give you a strain for that. Olga. Charming. 2 yellow, 1 green. Okay. I mean, that's not the right roll, so I'll roll it again, but goddamn. Okay, that's considerably better. This game. It has ups and downs all around. It does everything. Okay, so first let's sort out your Jesus fuck. Yeah, exactly. Let's sort out your threats. 3 threats. We'll give you, like, obviously, you're pulling that fucking story out of your ass. There's like, the camera zooms in on a bead of sweat going down the side of your head. That happens to be the side of the head that the guard can't see, obviously. You're pulling this fucking story right out of your butt, and I love it. We will give you 3 strain for that, Olga. So you are now at 4 of 12. Great system, 10 out of 10. So 4 successes and a triumph. Well, all suspicion about about you know, the police badge being, you know, real at this point is put aside. Your convincing, rousing speech, even if it was a little Russian accented and heavy to hear, especially the part about him not having a heart anymore because of the storm, kind of hits him a little deep, you know. It kind of gets right in the rib cage and twists a little. And he says, he just sort of like, you know, blinks a couple of times, and he's, you know, gets on the squawker, and he's just like, open a gate, we got 2 cars coming through. Your triumph will allow Victor Von Veris to drive in, and Paul, I guess, because Paul is also here. Paul, if you're watching, if you ever play again, you've made it to relative safety. If you don't play again, you will be just an NPC in this group now, so congratulations on that. Sorry, he says 3 cars, not 2, because there's 3 of you. And Olga, Tyler, and Victor, and Paul make it into make it into Baylin without issue. Goddamn. Okay, so I will yeah, so Olga, that was your role. Strain's already been given out. So Ronald, let's take a look. Victor cruises calmly in his car to the convoy, thinking over the events so far. It's quite a predicament. He stops at the guard and presents their weapons to block their path. Victor rolls down the window with a smile. Good job, chaps. Need to see that the order has been maintained here despite the chaos of the heavens as of late. We heard a radio message set out to quickly find a shot of some outhouse everywhere else, I tell you. I hope there's no trouble with us coming into the shelter. It's a pretty small convoy, all things told. Other places are still busy tearing themselves apart. Your authority and control here is a comfort, as I've said. You don't need to make any rolls, and I won't put any strain on you for doing that. But, you know, they never even block your path. I just assumed that you just introduced yourself on the side. So, we'll do that. Well, you'll find out at 3 p.m. today there, Beach, because Magic the Gathering Arena drops its NDA today. So I've been playing it for a while. We're gonna have a talk show with another guest here, so you'll find out everything you need to find out at 3 p.m. today, for sure. And no, it is not like duels. It's much better. Okay. So Victor, that was your turn. No strain needed. You just make it into safety. So, all right. Now, last but not least, we have... so they go through, the gate closes. And then we see Dr. Sirius' cars roll up. All right. So cruising in, Zach slows his car as he approaches the Baylan's first checkpoint. A billboard has been modified with several jury-rigged wooden platforms and steel sheet of metal reinforcements to function as an impromptu guard tower. Oh. That's an interesting idea. I was just thinking it'd be like some sort of... But yeah, no, that works, I guess, yeah. What am I doing now? Fan fiction right now. It's a play-by-post role-playing game that we have here. I do GM turns on the live channel, so... okay. Billboard has been modified with a new... Yep. There wasn't much room to maneuver, but the height alone made it an effective sniper perch. To the right was less a guard post and more an apartment complex. Men stood with one, stood on one of the outdoor balconies. An obvious posted guard. The entire perimeter was cordoned off with ramshackle barricades and lined with wood and metal punji sticks betwixt whatever barb and razor wire the builders managed to scavenge. It's probably a good thing to slow down a little more rather than give the impression he wanted to storm the battlements. Rolling down the window, assaulted him with the smell of Total Booze Farm emanating from the car in front of him. And rolling down the window, assaulted him with a smell of Total Booze Farm emanating from the car in front. Well, okay. And Philip Morrow driving the piece of shit. What? I'm a little confused as to what you're talking about here, but I'll just read it. And the Philip Marlowe driving the piece of shit. Zach's eyes lingered on the sleepy Slavic princess in the back seat before he spotted a sleepy but wary guard at the base of the armor's billboard pole. What the fuck is happening right now? I'm a little confused as to what you're doing here. What you're explaining to me. I'm so fucking confused. All right. I think you're talking about the convoy in front of you. I don't know who Philip Marlowe is. Is that someone you mentioned previously? I have a hard time remembering all these little characters that people come up with. Okay. Look alive, friend. Zach tossed him a nutrient bar. Tossed who? Philip Marlowe? Oh, God, I am so fucking confused. Guess the food were second to motherly tones at working the best magic. Zach plucked at his reflective vest. Okay, sure. We can. So you wanted to save your way into Bailey to make up with your old contact. That's fine. But I'm fucking so confused at your explanation. Yeah, I really am. I thought I was doing pretty good keeping up with everyone's stories, but like, goddamn, that's you got me here. So he puts on his reflective vest and nudged his mud bag. My name's Eddie Coolidge. Wendigo General sent me over to see what I can do. Okay. Zach wants to deceive his way into Bailey and meet up with his own contact. Sure. Medical bag. We'll make this. We'll do the same thing here. Medical bag gives you a blue. We'll give you 2 purple. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna give you 3 only because they have more information than you do right now. So that's what we're going to do. It's going to be 3 purple, 1 blue. And you want to use deceive. Deception. 2 yellow, 1 green. Cool, you're good. That's another boost dose right there. Well, bam! So next session next act we'll have 2 boost doses available to everyone. Fantastic. All right. Okay. So, 2 successes. Yeah. The man nods and he's like, "Yeah, I'm glad you sent you over. You must not have heard though, but Wendigo is kind of a shit show right now. I suspect that you left a while ago. But you're welcome here. Either way, if you can't go back. So he'll let you in. Open the gate, let you in. I don't know what you were explaining. Maybe you can elaborate on that a little bit more for me. Yeah, that'd be good. All right, so that sums up fan fiction for today. I will be sending a personal message over to Heavy Metal Madman, about his circumstances. And I will also be posting another act pretty soon as well. But I've got a lot going on today, so if it shows up a little late, don't blame me too much. So yeah. Anyway, right now we're gonna step into doing more of a Ghost of a Tale. So we'll see you in just a smidgen.